So what if you had the power to create any piece of software you could imagine, just by, describing it? Today, we're going to dive into a tool that promises to do exactly that. It's called Replit, and it's built on this really powerful idea that puts the ability to build, well, in everyone's hands. The story of Replit, it really starts with its founder, Amjad Masad. You see, as a kid, he was a Palestinian refugee in Jordan, and in a world where almost nobody he knew had a computer, his dad somehow stretched their finances to buy one. Amjad says that one single machine, that early access to the power to create, it changed the entire course of his life.
And that personal experience? That's the seed for Replit's entire mission. It really makes you stop and think. What if that kind of life-changing power wasn't just a matter of luck? What if everyone, and we're talking potentially 1 billion creators out there, had the ability to build whatever software they can dream up?
Well, that huge mission led directly to something called the Replit agent. The whole concept is actually pretty simple. It's your own personal AI software developer, ready to build for you on command. So the Replit agent is a conversational AI. You talk to it, kind of like you would with ChatGPT. But here's the twist. Instead of just answering your questions, you give it an idea, and it actually builds, refines, and even deploys a fully functional application for you. And the craziest part? You can do it all right from your phone. I know, it sounds a little bit like science fiction. So let's make it real. We're going to walk through an actual example of how you can turn a simple thought into a working app in just a matter of minutes. The whole process breaks down into 4 really simple stages. You start with a prompt, your idea. The AI builds an initial version. You iterate on it with simple commands, and then you deploy it for the whole world to see. So for the first step, you just state your idea in plain English. Replit CEO actually used this exact prompt. Let's build a mobile app that has a map with all of Doha's landmarks. That's it. No code, no technical jargon, just a clear idea.
Okay, now this is where the magic really happens. The agent builds the first version, let's say a map with red pins. But maybe you don't like red. You just tell it, make the pins blue. The agent understands that, it goes back into the code, and it makes the change for you. It's like a continuous creative conversation.
And finally, once you're happy with it, you deploy it. And in an instant, your thought becomes a live, production-ready application. You've gone from just a simple idea on your phone to a finished product that anybody can use. It's incredible.
Now this capability, it points to a much bigger idea, the potential end of generic one-size-fits-all software. This is about way more than just building cool apps. It's about a fundamental shift in that classic build versus buy dilemma that companies face all the time. For starters, the financial impact can be absolutely staggering. We're not talking about some small optimization here. One private equity firm actually told Replit they replaced $100,000 in annual software subscriptions with a single $25 Replit plan. I mean, that is just a wild return on investment. This table really breaks down the value shift perfectly. With traditional software as a service, or SaaS, you're often paying these high recurring costs for bloated software that never quite fits your needs. But with a custom Replit app, the cost is low and fixed. You get exactly the features you need. It's built for your specific workflow, and, this is critical, you own and control your own data.
Here's a perfect example from inside Replit itself. Kelsey, who's on their HR team, was just tired of using clunky, expensive org chart software. So she just used the agent and said, I'm going to build my own. In less than a week, she had a custom tool that she said was honestly better than professional software they could have paid thousands of dollars for.
This power, the ability for anyone to build their own custom tools, it really points to a profound shift in the very nature of work itself. We might just be entering what Replit CEO calls the age of the generalist.
The engine driving all of this is the absolutely incredible speed of AI development. Just look at this. This chart shows AI's ability on a benchmark for complex coding tasks. A couple of years ago, AI showed some minor potential, but today, the latest models can already solve nearly 70% of these tasks. The trend line is crystal clear.
We are rapidly approaching human-level performance in creating software.
So what is a generalist in this new world? Well, think of it as a professional who is massively leveraged by AI. They don't need to be a deep specialist in one super narrow field. Instead, they can learn any domain quickly. And this is the key: build their own tools to solve problems. That allows them to add value anywhere and everywhere in a company.
And that changes everything about how you build a team. The thinking goes, if one smart person can build their own marketing tools, their own sales software, their own data dashboards, why hire for all those narrow specialties? As the quote says, you no longer hire a marketing person, you just hire a very smart generalist.
Now, I know this might all sound like it's some distant future, but these tools are here right now. So, let's bring this all back to you. How can you actually get started and feel this power for yourself?
Okay, here is your first mission, should you choose to accept it. It's incredibly simple. First, just download the Replit app from your App Store. Second, open up the AI agent and just give it a simple prompt for an app you wish you had. That's it. Go experience what it actually feels like to create something powerful from a single thought. And that leaves us with one final, powerful question. Now that you know this is possible, now that the barrier between your idea and a real application has pretty much vanished, what will you build first? This is Exponential Tools, brought to you by Exponential Tom. Learn more and join the movement at exponentialtom.com.